So in case you're wondering, this is what this show has done to my room. And oh my goodness, there's so much black everywhere, it looks kind of like I'm goth. Or like, this is the Batcave, which is like 10 billion times more awesome. Let's just say that. I'm at the Batcave. I can't tell you where I am. I'm in... you didn't see anything at all. You know what? No. You guys know I was joking, right? Alfred, I have a special message for you. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't always feel like reading. There are times when I would much rather be doing this than doing this. Or even this. But some things you have to do even though you don't feel like doing them just because they're right. And I've learned that the reward that I will get from doing these videos or reading the Bible is so much better than a few extra minutes of sleep. Now, when I'm trying to get myself up, that doesn't seem like the case. But in reality, it is. And it's not just waking up and reading the Bible or making one of these videos that's applicable to. That's applicable in pretty much everything in your life. Oh, I so want that pizza, but it has pepperonis on it. I know it's Shabbat, but I really want to edit this video. Maybe just a little.
Jeremy, did you take the last cookie?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Plus, the stuff that we know we shouldn't do has consequences that are a lot worse than the temporary pleasure that we receive from the sin. Oh my goodness, I feel terrible for eating those cookies. Oh, can I have a stomach ache? Excuse me 1 second. Okay, maybe not physically that exaggeratedly, but the guilt is... it's terrible. Even times will be like watching a movie and you're like, oh, don't go in there! No! Don't do it! That reminds me of the time that I did something like that. You get all sweaty, your stomach starts to hurt, and yes, you do feel physically bad as well as, like, inwardly bad. Which begs the question, since we know that we're gonna go through these things, why do we still sin? There are two reasons for this. There's the default one, and then there's my personal take. The default answer is, of course, sinful creatures, Adam and Eve, snake, apple, etc., etc., etc. But for me personally, whenever I'm about to sin, which unfortunately is a lot more than I would like, I always think, should I or shouldn't I?
Go for it. It'll be fun. It'll bring you a lot of pleasure, and you're gonna really enjoy doing it. And besides, you won't feel guilty about this one. You'll get it for free.
So, we really need to ignore that voice, because that is not of God. But say, it's too late, you already did something, and you feel terrible about it. What now? Well, obviously first I'd say, go to the person that you did something bad to and apologize, ask for their forgiveness, and then obviously ask for God's forgiveness, which He'll give you. And then, since you've been forgiven, and assuming you don't have to pay for damages or anything, then learn from the experience, but don't majorly sweat about it. And I know this is extremely difficult. I struggle with this all the time. But I saw a great Insanity Wolf meme that was, Satan reminds you of your past, remind him of his future. Boom! Yeah, I like that one. I don't know where I'm going. I'm gonna come back. Which, that's a lot deeper than it sounds. Because yes, we should feel guilty after doing something. But if we've been forgiven, both from God and man, then we shouldn't really feel guilty anymore. We should obviously learn from that experience and not do it again. But we, shouldn't feel guilty. Because the adversary can use that against us. Because I'm pretty sure that he doesn't like people living in shalom. And it's true that he does use shame to make you feel terrible. I know this way too well. But I've started doing what that Insanity Wolf recommended. And it's actually really good. Because I'll all of a sudden feel that shame and that guilt dissipate. Which tells me that it wasn't from God. That was not my conscience. It must have been the adversary trying to make me feel ashamed and guilty and just like a piece of poop. Potty mouth, Chris is a potty mouth! So that's my advice for the week. If you feel guilty about something that you've already gotten forgiveness from, in both God and man, then yes, tell the adversary about his future. And tell him to stop bugging you. I'm not saying for sure he will, because I don't know the guy too well personally, Baruch Hashem, but that's my advice. Woo, that one went a lot deeper. Well, I guess that's a good thing. Go New Year's resolutions! Whew. Somebody just scored a touchdown? Like, who's... Okay, so apparently my dad and my younger brother are watching football and somebody just made a major touchdown. I'm not sure who's playing. I'm gonna guess the Green Bay Packers and the 49ers. I really have no idea.